this is Clyde. I'm making another soap for the guys. This one's called Pharoah, and it's a Nature's Garden scent called Pheromones, so that's where I got the Pharoah from. I've got a lot of soaps that appeal for the females, but a lot of guys come by the soap table too, and I think they want something special for them. So I don't want to leave them out. And I do miss the swirling. I did my last soap for the guys, and it was just basically 3 stripes. So I'm going to do some swirling here, but the way I'm going to alter the design is I'm going to tone down the colors just a little bit, make them a little bit more earthy in nature. And I like drop swirls, so I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's get started. Okay, oh boy, I get to swirl again. I do like variety to my soap lines, and I made that last soap with just flat lines, and I think it turned out cool, but I do like the fun of making the swirls and cutting every bar and finding out that they are all different. So I'm back to swirling, and someone made a comment on Facebook, said, I love the swirls. I do too. So I'm mixing this up. It's got a little more goat milk in it than I usually have, and I think the guys want to have skin that feels good too. So it's a very good soap, I feel. They all are. So I can really tell that it's creamier and whiter than usual. It's going to turn a little darker because of the way the milks work with the lye. So you'll probably see that right away. And I'm going to do the swirls, but I'm going to concentrate more on kind of earth tones, you know, less pastels and things like that. And this fragrance oil that I got from Nature's Garden smells really good too, called Pheromones, and that's how I got the name of Pharoah for this particular soap. And that's it. Let me go add my colors. I have 5 colors for us today. Green and brown that has a little bit of a bronzy mica to it too. Mostly a natural color helped along a little bit with a ochre yellow, black oxide, and activated charcoal, and just a little bit of white. My latest sort of discovery is to have just a little bit of another accent color, so not to go overboard in all the colors, and just kind of brings a little sparkle, I think, to the soap. Okay, and then I'm going to blend these a little bit and then add the fragrance to it, although it's supposed to not accelerate at all. I'm not going to take any chances. Okay, I'm going to start off with my lightest color, and I hope you can see that. And go to my yellow ochre. The yellow ochre is to just give a little more color to the soap, a kind of natural color to the soap. Go to green. And the black. I'm going to rinse that off now. Okay, so I have very little white, so I'm just going to add a little bit of fragrance to that, and everything else gets about the same amount. Okay, let's give this clean off my spatula just a little bit. Give everything a stir. Realized I had bubbles in this. I'll edit this out. It's anything more boring than watching someone stir soap, so I usually cut that short. And I usually always make my my black with a combination of black oxide and activated charcoal. Some little explanation about the earth tones are, of course, the color of the earth, and usually vegetation, so the greens and anything you would find in nature that's not too brightly colored. I know flowers have a lot of color to them, but when we talk about earth tones, we're usually talking about variations of browns, neutrals, green, and not so much blue. Well, blue is probably one of my favorite colors, and I look for excuses to use it in soap all the time. Okay, so I am going to do an in the pot swirl with, originally I was going to do my white and black, but white and black gives a very different sort of feel to it. It's like a sort of like a black and white movie, so I think it'd be more interesting if I put the black and this sort of ochre yellow together in an in the pot swirl. You can do whatever you like, I think, but that's how I'm feeling today. This color actually, as I think of it, is not the one that I put like a lot of ochre in. This one is gold mica, and I thought that since I have called this Pharoah and really enjoyed our trip to Egypt years ago, that the black and gold is just beautiful. It's not really a lot there. So I'm going to do my basic stir in a moment. My white's not even going in any of these in the pot swirls, so I'm going to drop that in between. Okay, so usually I like the darkest color on the bottom. I think I'm going to do that again. Just add some stability to me. It's nice swirls going on already. Drop maybe about half of that in. Give this a little in the pot swirl there. Drop this in there. And just dribble some of this white in. The difference between this and my other in the pot swirls is that I'm alternating between the two in the pot swirls a little bit more. Sometimes the tighter the design is, the less noticeable it is too. And so like the big swirls I'm going to keep for the female soaps, but this one is going to be finer. It looks onyx-like and like some kind of marble. Probably want more of that on top because I like the green, and it's going to be a tall soap. This is the time I want to talk about something that design-wise happens frequently with soap makers that as far as the distribution of color is concerned, they're really nice designs, because a lot of us save a little bit of the color for the top, and what that does is it makes the top look beautiful, but it also brings the whole design together, because you have some of the colors in the body of the soap, but some of those other colors are on the top, and it just is a great way to tie a design together. I use that technique in my paintings. Now think about it, these colors are really like the colors that you would find in camouflage outfits, because when you think about it, it's you want those uniforms to blend in with the earth, so that makes a lot of sense. And I knew that was going to be, a bit much of the white on the top, so I reserved a little bit more of this ochre and green for the absolute top. And the fragrance of this soap is really incredible. I really like it. I really think it's going to make a good, actually unisex soap too, just because it smells really good. Okay, I'm going to try to demonstrate what I meant by those, by keeping the design tight. So, like camouflage, speaking of that, is really tight design. It's like really detailed. So if I just did broad swirling like this, it's nice. Think about that as a fabric. But then I'm going to do this several times, and the more I do that, it becomes finer and less of a big pattern. Okay, I really like that, but I'm going to make a point, go this way also. There you go. I could picture that on a guy's shirt. Okay, there you have it. That's called Pharoah. And again, I can't wait to see it cut. And every slice should be a little more different than the last one I made. This is Clyde at Vibrant Soap. Hope you enjoyed that. I enjoy making videos and enjoy making soap. And so that's why I like to share. See you real soon. Bye.